What's kicking everyone? This is Sofia. Please give credit to our put together documentary of our first work this time, as it deals a seriously appreciated matter in this country. And be sure to be candidly related to it as well. Mind, beer, and each effort in this sphere. Enjoy. So, without further ado, the participants would like to talk about their main inclination to the language and the drive for building, let's say, a professional career with it. You'll be the judge for everything they ever say. Of all the quality speeches, you can't really tell if a conducted one that suits a well-designed plan or approaching something. Anything that one would like or rather feel immersed in once finding the right predilections. I could never imagine the whereabouts of a personal effort but mine. But as for these fellows here, you will get to see why it was English in particular, and what were their main challenges when they started. Surely it was ups and downs. You'll be the judge for everything they ever say now. Enjoy.
This place reminds me of a time that's way too old. These thoughts have gathered up, the memories of old. But for now, I don't see what's so wrong with pretending it's true. I thought you knew. Believer, it's all just got to pass the time. Believer, it's over now, she's past the prime. Believer, it's all just got to keep things right. Believer, it's all just got, it's all she's got.
Now off to my role model, my high school teacher, so excited. And I wouldn't add anything but your plain focus to a great story which he'll share with us. Great catch, know this person. Enjoy his speech as he tells an honest part of his story.
I'm wasting all my time. I thought I'd come in first, instead I fell behind. I don't know if I can keep this up too long. It seems every time my motives are all wrong. But for now, I don't see what's so wrong with pretending it's true. I thought you knew. Believer, it's all just got to pass the time. Believer, it's over now, she's past the prime. Believer, it's all just got to keep things right. Believer, it's all just got, it's all she's got.
Okay, thank you sir for having me today.
Right, it's a pleasure.
Pleasure is mine as usual. Today it's your part, in which I will be tackling your career as an English teacher. And my first question goes for your status. And I wish that you tell me about your main inclinations that made you follow a sincere path, or let's say desire, for acquiring the English language, and thus becoming a teacher. If you can talk to me about this.
Right, that's an interesting question.
It really is.
Since I was a child,
Okay.
I mean, when I started my middle school, my dreams started. And my dreams were reading, working with people, traveling. Especially traveling, I like traveling a lot. And as an Algerian citizen, my mother tongue is Arabic. And I was thinking of traveling around the world, exploring things, knowing new people.
Exactly.
But when I talked with my father about this, he told me something that I've never forgot about. What was it? He told me something that I still remember
Until this day.
till now, yeah. He said that you can never go anywhere if you don't speak the language of that country or English.
Exactly.
So, for example, if I said if you go to Italy, you should speak Italian or English. As we don't speak Italian here, and we have English, we study English at school as the second foreign language after French. So I set my mind to learn English.
Which was the right choice.
And of course, it was the best choice I made in my life. In Algeria, in the middle school, we used to study English or to start studying English in the third year of middle school. In the school 4 years, third year we start English. I started studying English at home alone from the first year. I really loved English. And I started feeling with time that my life cannot prosper, cannot exist, I cannot do anything without English. It was my dream. From that moment, especially that in the third year, I got a good teacher who inspired me, and so I started dreaming to be an English teacher. Here my dream of teaching English, becoming an English teacher, started, and it went with me along my life till I went to university and studied English.
Okay, this is very, very sincere. You know, I have never heard or such, let's say, confrontation with the English language, such as your situation. This is very honest. Okay. My second question would be about your major in university. Whatever that major was, what was the drive, or let's say shift, to embrace English even more?
Interesting question.
Alright.
I was in scientific class in high school. Though English was a secondary subject, I was the best in my class during the whole year, and during the 3 years of the secondary school. I was always the best in English.
I could not agree more.
And I used to help even or to teach my classmates when our teachers were absent. So I got my baccalaureate. I went to university and I started studying English, specialized in English from the beginning. This was my dream. And I felt that my dream started becoming true. The doors to the fulfillment of my dream started opening. And it was in the beginning of the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s.
I was about to ask about the year exactly.
Yeah, the 1988, sorry, 1988, then to 1992, 4 years at university. It was hard because I passed at that time, as I am from a southern city, and I went to the north, to the capital. It was a different life. The first time to go there and study at university, things were not really easy as they are now.
But you did overcome the situation. You managed to take.
Of course, it was hard. It was hard, but very pleasant. I enjoyed my university life. I had a lot of contacts with students from different regions. It was really great
It was
experience.
very challenging.
Yeah, it was a challenge for me, you know, especially at that time. Someone from the south going to the north, studying a foreign language, it was not something usual for them.
Exactly.
Okay? Because most of people in the north, they speak French or English better than those of people in the south. Yeah. Why? Because in the south, we used to have lack of teachers, teachers of foreign languages, especially French and English. It was a challenge. I accepted this challenge. I did my best.
And you succeeded too.
Yeah, and I succeeded at the end. And I came back home, my hometown, home sweet home.
Exactly, home sweet
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
To teach. Yeah, because my dream was to become an English teacher. Yeah. So I started I started teaching in this school.
In this
where
very school?
Yeah, from the beginning.
Okay.
From
Where
the
you
beginning.
exactly told me.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
1992. I mean, since 1992, I've been a teacher of English in this school.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Alright. In 1992 is the year when I was born.
Really?
Yes, sir.
This is nice.
And I can't believe I happen to be your student, and I'm still following you, still going behind your tail, and still seeking knowledge and guidance. Oh my God, this is amazing, sir.
You know, you're always welcome.
Okay. But you never told me about this, sir. Oh my God.
It was my secret.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
I answer questions.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I am asked, I answer.
Okay, I wish you stayed though.
And if I'm not asked, I will not answer.
Okay, but I wish that you stayed there.
Yeah.
That would be even better. Thank you, sir. Okay, question number 3. It's about your achievements. How do you perceive them or see them in views of when you started teaching until this moment? And by the way, you have been a genuinely sincere sense of guidance, by the way.
Oh, come on, please.
It's the truth, sir. You will have to accept accolade one day, believe me. Especially to me, quite frankly. Until this moment, I mean, think about it.
You know me well.
I do, sir.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I really hate
Oh my God.
to be thanked.
Okay.
I really hate to be thanked. Because when I do something, when I help someone, or I feel that I helped someone, I feel that I did something to someone. For me, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. It is.
It's a pleasure. You know, my pleasure, my joy,
It really is.
yeah, is when I feel that I made something
That is how.
or I took part, let's say I took part in building the personality of a good citizen. In building the personality of a good citizen. And I feel that I was part of this,
Procedure.
yeah, this is really my joy. I feel happy. As I told you that when I came back, when I started teaching, at that time, and like today, students at the university, before they finish their studies, they have last year most of them have training. Yeah, they have a semester of training in one of the schools. Okay. Especially those who are going to be teachers. So I really envy them because I tell them when you start teaching, you already had some experience. You attended classes with the teachers, some teachers guided you, they gave you different steps of or what you need in, to be a teacher, lesson planning and how to deal classroom management, all these tips, all these, okay, they learned or they were able to learn some skills, they had the chance to learn some skills. And that's something that I didn't have when I finished my from university directly to the classroom without any training.
It seems almost unbelievable.
Yeah. What did I do? The first days, I took the book, I took the program that had a look on them, and I tried to prepare my lessons according to what is in the book and the steps of the lessons and the units in the book. I had an idea, I said, okay, I need to learn from someone else.
Okay.
What did I do? The first days, I still remember this, because for me it was shock, and it was motivation. I went to one of the schools, I asked for a teacher who was there. I asked someone there, please, can you go to the class of that teacher and tell him that there is a new teacher who wants to attend your session, okay, to learn from you. Yeah. Then this man came back to me. I was at the entrance of the school. I was not allowed even to get in. He was the guard of the school. He told me that that teacher is telling you that he is sorry, there is nothing to learn from him.
Oh my God, that was very, very sincere.
Yeah, really. I was shocked.
I'm shocked myself when listening.
Okay, I said, just tell him thank you. And I went away. It was a shock at the beginning, but when I sat with myself, I found that this was a motivation or motivating point for me. It means I have to take things personally. From that moment, I started making searches, reading. The problem is that there was no internet at that time.
At the time,
It
exactly.
was just the beginning, let's say, just the beginning of the internet.
I was going to ask you about this, by the way.
Yeah. It was hard, of course.
Very hard.
Especially my first year, it was very, very hard. So I had to ask some colleagues with me in school. They used to give me some tips from time to time. Okay, they're not always generous.
Exactly.
And from the internet, I could find some things there that helped me. Thanks God, we had an inspector that was a woman, and she came to visit me during my first year in class.
Was it weird? I mean, was this actually weird when she came to visit you on your first year?
No, she was doing her job. But
I mean,
I was pleased. I was pleased with her visit.
Okay.
Why? I told her something. I welcomed her and I said, "You are welcome, madam. I've been waiting for you." She was surprised. She told me, I still remember this. She told me that, you are the first teacher who says this to me. When every teacher, when he hears that his or her inspector is coming, he gets confused. I know
Freaked out.
some of them they even escape and skip their sessions.
Is this true, sir?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, it's true.
Oh my God.
So she gave me some guidance. She helped me with some ideas. She knew that I was new and
You were
without
obviously
any
ready.
experience. Yes, it was my love to English, my love to teaching that pushed me really to learn more and more.
It really
And to be frank, in my career, what I used, from what I had studied at university, I can say about 10-15%. Yeah. The rest is acquired from experience, from reality, from daily work and daily experience with different classes, with different generations. Yeah. This is from where I got my experience and maybe
the person that you are
the
today.
person I am today.
And I could never stop thinking about the people you taught and you helped in concerning guidance, and even in personal lives. And I could say this, let's say, proudly too. You did, sir. And you did real good too. I think you're the best teacher ever. Concerning what everyone thinks, by the way, I know you hate this fact.
Yeah, and I disagree with this.
Okay.
My pleasure is when I feel that I made a difference in the life of a person.
It's a relief.
Yeah. I feel my conscience at ease when I see, especially when I see the result or the fruits of my work. Many teachers used to be my students in high school, in middle school.
Good.
Many teachers at university, many doctors at university, many medical doctors, many engineers, many lawyers.
Writers too.
Yeah. So when I meet them, and see them as active, good citizens, bringing good things to society, really it makes me feel or want to cry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the truth, and you have no idea how credible and credulous and honest you are, sir. Alright? I have nothing to add, to be honest. You have completely shut me up. Alright? The fourth question, sir, I think you've already answered it. I was going to tell you if you could add anything in accordance with your status as a teacher and a well-respectable individual. I think you've already answered it, sir.
Yeah, I can add something here.
Okay? I would love to.
That what makes a person as a good teacher. It's not just teaching or filling the brains with information. It's the personal contact with the students, with the person contact with the students. For many teachers, it's just A plus B. It's A, B, C, D. It's just 1 plus 1 equals 2, and goodbye. No, it's not this.
It's not like that.
No.
Never has.
Dealing with the student, the student is a person. If I don't start with my lesson with building an opening relationship, an open say link with my students, I would not start my lesson. I would always greet my students in the class, in the morning, in the afternoon, ask them about themselves, how they are, about their families. If someone was absent, for example, I want want to know why he was absent. Maybe just to make things clear for me and for him. He might have someone sick at home, or maybe he or she might have been sick. So the key to success is not just giving information, but is considering this student as a human being worth our respect. Dealing with humans, we are not dealing with objects. Yeah. Is it?
This is your question, sir. This is, oh my god. I have nothing to add, sir. I think you have said everything that I wanted to hear. Even though you said things, and I never had the chance or the opportunity to listen to them at the time. Now you just told me about them. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Right? Have a good day.
Thanks a lot.
I should head for a great gratitude to this guy, my buddy Abdullah, who did it all when he approved for making this documentary come to one piece. We bickered so much for his lines. Yes, we did. And eventually, he managed to memorize them right off the bat, clean and clear. Alright, Mr. Brahim Ali, thank you for having me today. Today is your part, in which you'll be talking about your approach to the English language. First of all, just be sincere and be like flat out honest about how you approach the English and how you become such, let's say, an active member within this community. Just make it happen, alright?
Okay.
Good.
Thank you, Sufyan, for this opportunity.
Okay.
First of all, I'm very much happy to join this piece of work.
Pleasure is mine.
And by now, I should introduce myself.
Alright, start.
My name is Brahim Ali, and I am 27 years old. And yes, I look a bit older. I know that.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyways, I live in Urgla and come from a struggling class,
Okay.
which is a really good thing for me personally.
Okay.
I work at the National Center of Training and Development of Local Government Personnel
Alright.
as an administrative assistant.
Good.
I'm a married guy with a 1-year-old beautiful girl.
Okay, this is amazing. Second question, right? Of all the languages in the world, okay, and how the world make connection with one another, why did you choose the English language, Ali? What was the reason for it? There must be a reason for it. You should talk to me about this.
The reason why I chose the English language is because my sincere love for learning it.
Okay.
And I still striving so hard for it.
Amazing.
Yes. As for my level, I believe it's intermediate.
I can tell.
Yes. And I look forward to thriving it even better. At least to be able to speak fluently.
That's it. That's the spirit.
Yes. Look, Sufyan,
Yeah.
in the future, I may get a chance for an interview that will be in English.
That's why.
Till then, I know I get the job done for sure.
Alright, way to go. Very good.
This is the spirit, of course.
Alright. Alright, Ali, concerning expansion, how do you wish to expand your approach to the English language now that you are obviously an intermediate, let's say, learner of your own? Alright, great. Talk to me about this. How are you going to expand your horizons of approaching the English language itself?
Yes. My plan is immigration, man.
Alright.
And this goes after I acquire the language, of course. Because I personally believe that these chances are blessed for everyone to challenge themselves more often.
Great.
And I do wish to live and work or even invest in another country.
Alright. Such as what?
Yes. Like, and I I think that none is better than Canada or the United States.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, Mr. Lee,
Yes.
why would you choose these countries?
Yes, because chances there are amazingly growing nowadays, and English is more than mandatory when it comes to moving there for good.
Alright, way to go. I should be like, wow,
Yes.
amazing, great.
Yes, thank you.
Conclusively, Mr. Lee, I think so far you have given me everything I need to hear. This can't go any further, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Alright, that's pretty much it.
By all
Thank you.
means, Sufyan.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. What can I say, Sufyan?
Mm-hmm.
I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, KKG. KKG. I'm saying.
After the guy who does it all at ease, off the hook plain energy and a great friend of mine. And once again I can't add but himself sharing his passion with both language and his personal efforts in paving the way for a seriously professional career he wishes to attain one day. And way beyond is a huge credit to his profanity for making it all happen. Enjoy.
Pants with hippies, bomb first, move like a gypsy, and at all worst, his hustle was Nipsey. Yeah, I'm saying the hood did him like Ripley's, not to believe it. The rose that had bloomed from.
Ismail, thank you finally for getting a hold of you.
Thank you.
Yes, you're a hard person to find.
You know.
I see, even though you're not hiding. Great. My proportion for this piece of work is to talk about the English language development in the Algerian community.
Okay.
With every single individual, regardless of the occupation that they have or the vocation that they have, as long as they relate English to them. And their personal life, and say that the personal courses, life challenges as well. And I think it's a blast having an interview with you. You know what I mean?
Pleasure is mine.
All right, thank you. I think you share my vision, and you share the fact that we have to do it, and we have to talk about the footage that you've experienced before, and the things that you've performed concerning sports, even though they were all volunteering works of you. I think we should kickstart with the whole interview without further ado, right?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, this is how it goes.
Okay.
Thank you. Following the strides, let's say you took to acquire the language by yourself, and I would not doubt that, right? Whatsoever circumstances, right? And the means you've utilized so far. Could you talk to me about the candid, or let's say honest acts of approaching the English language?
Yes, well, you know, I have always been interested in the idea of being you can say an active individual who does things before captured by the sense of failure and letting go of things, you know.
Great, that is great. You know, I could not agree more.
I think.
Right.
And the way I see it, English was like a backbone for me, if you can say this,
Okay.
to kickstart the full comprehension that the things I relate myself to,
All right.
and how the world perceives them.
All right. Good. So there is another vision to you.
Yes.
Right.
This could only be
Mhm.
managed through acquiring English.
All right. That is correct. Basically.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I mean, to be honest, I
Alright.
feel very ardently related to being an athletic person,
Alright.
to everything I ever pushed myself through so far.
Great.
And because being a part of such a gigantic community of sports around the globe,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of worked like an eclipse for me.
So it was great to you.
Yes,
All right.
to begin learning it zealously
All right. Good.
and actually achieve something while competing with other multi-figures of the same orientation.
All right. Very good, Ismail. I see that you have a very sincere vision.
Yes, I do.
And a very good, deep, let's say, profound aim that you wish to attain eventually when you acquire English and you go abroad.
Yes.
In
I hope.
accordance with the things that you do, I think you will get it one day. I think you will get it.
I
Very
hope
good,
that-
man.
I hope that. Thank you.
Thank you. You're an enthusiastic person with so much on your mind, and I believe that to put it into perspective, activism and the persona, especially your persona, do get along decidedly. And the more you push yourself through the things that you do, the better you feel qualified and content for it. There's some kind of self-satisfaction into everything that you do. In accordance with your age, I think you will achieve something in the aftermath of your of developing things, especially English. Okay. Can you please talk to me about the parts that you do, or let's say the way you relate yourself to I don't know, hosting for events or college events, let's say.
Well, I can say that through the volunteering act that I did for sport events, as well as the fact that I have gone through several representatives of organizing events and actually hosting for other upcoming ones.
Great, man, that's great.
Yes, it really does feel magnificent doing such things with a one thing in mind. The experience, it's not expanding. This is the word I was searching for. The expanding
Great.
of my experience
Great, amazing.
and seeking through.
All right.
Let's say to be able to unfold a whole different management to them by beginning to try for English representations to the proportions of the events I already performed.
Great. I see that you have a sense of experience within the things that you've done before, and you wish to, let's say, excel in them by adding English.
You can say that, yeah.
Great, that's amazing. I hope you take it very seriously, because once you make it, you won't be able to get back here and apply for, let's say, silly ass representations, right? Especially, you always pitch in with the right staff, and that's how it goes to me. That's the spirit. You always pitch in with the right staff from every single different square of visioning things. Great.
Thank you.
Which is a very good thing, mate. As long as my questions go very deep, and this is just another intriguing question of mine, as long as you keep on clinging to what you're doing as of now, and by that I mean every single thing that keeps you hectic and wholesome, right?
Okay.
Right? Ismail, are you willing to develop further levels, even though you're pretty much busy and barely thread your way through, keeping up with the athletic routine that you happen to admire so dearly? What do you have to say about this? You're a very busy person, right? Especially as a teacher,
Yeah.
and as I know before that, I can barely get a hold of you, right? This is kind of a funny thing to say. In an interview, in a very good, decent interview.
Well, I will answer this question by saying that my ultimate goal is to go in abroad to continue my PhD next year, inshallah,
Inshallah.
in geology.
Hopefully it works.
Thank you. And by this, there is a chance to develop in my sports, we can say sports career, by participating in events like there is a race in Spain. It's a trail race.
Okay.
I'm willing to participate in
Alright.
the next summer, inshallah.
Inshallah. What is this called, mate?
It's called Vichy race. It's a trail race for I think 36 kilometers in the
Great.
Spain mountains.
Spain.
It's very hard.
It sounds like Tour de France to me when you talk about it that way.
Yes.
Yes.
But there is no bikes or something. You depend only on your feet and you know.
Great. So it's a toy. It's a hard work.
Yeah, it's a
Great.
hard one.
And it suits your persona.
I hope so.
Good.
And the second one, I'm willing to participate in the Ironman race, which going to take place in Morocco, exactly in Marrakesh. It's a big event. It's a multi international race, there is a lot of participants around the globe.
So
It's-
many figures will come to participate in this event.
yeah, and
Great, and you're going to be one of them.
I hope so.
All right, good. Do you have further things to add concerning both PhD abroad and sports abroad as well? Let's say out the vicinity of Algeria.
I think that one of the most things that motivates me every day to do this big step in my personal life
Mhm.
is knowing that I can do this by learning English, and by only learning English. It's the key. The language. It's the key to how we can say it, to overcome.
Bridge things.
Yeah, or
Put things together.
yes, or we can say to overcome your fears, because
Mhm.
there is a lot of people who have a lot of how we can say gifts, but
They push them away.
yes, by how we can say it,
They don't appreciate the gifts that they have.
yes, and they didn't know that there is only one thing they can do to achieve their goals or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the language. It's like how we can say it, it's like a wall. You have to break that wall to
Mhm.
pass and achieve your goals.
Okay.
And
Get
to-
past your
Yes,
get
and-
past your wall and do it.
Yes, and
Great.
the key or the weapon to pass that wall, it's the language. And
Yes.
in our generation, or in our case, it's the English.
All right, good.
We
Especially
find
in our vicinity, that is Algeria.
yeah,
Hmm.
we find English in every domain right now. It's the first language in the world. We use it everywhere, and every time we face a problem,
Mhm.
the first language we use it's English to
Great.
communicate with any other
Human
person.
being around the globe.
Yes. I think
Great.
so.
This is amazing. This is very, very amazing. I like the perspective you just put it right now. It's very professional. Professional view and your persona as well. Very good, Smay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Smay, let's be personal. Little-
Okay.
Let's be personal a little bit. Who do you have to be grateful to when it comes to the provision of such blast? And by that I mean timing and support. Like, is there anybody who is actually rendering such spirits to you, or you just work your butt off because you believe, right? You're a person who believes, and also because you think you can achieve something out of the festivity, the fact that you're always busy, and as well as the festivity that you're living right now, if I may say. Okay.
Well, this is a very hard question for me.
Why is that?
Because in the beginning of all this, I didn't get that much support,
Great.
especially from my closest. And but with time,
Mhm.
and when the results started to appear,
Great.
we can say that they changed their mind and they saw something in me
Mm-hmm.
that makes them believe in me
Okay.
and supports me in every single thing that I do right
Great.
now,
So
especially my family, my parents.
Okay, so when they saw the results, they instantly started believing in you. They didn't question you anymore.
You can say this, yeah,
Great.
because especially when we live in an environment where there is a lot of things that you don't have, and you need to be creative to do what you want to do, no matter what you are facing. There is
Any
a lot,
price?
yeah, there is a lot of struggle. There is a lot of equipment that I don't have, and I will not have, because it's impossible to.
It's simply because of the environment, man.
Yeah, it's the environment.
Mm-hmm.
But all this could be, how we can say it, could be, we can pass all this,
Okay, you can
If-
get past all of this.
yes, if you are into this thing and you have that mindset that You need to tell yourself
But you have to do this every day.
no matter what, because no one else will do it for you.
All right, great.
And
I like it.
I think that the whole key is the consistency of the work,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to believe in yourself.
Mm.
In yourself. No one else will believe in you if you are not believing in yourself,
Great.
and you need to work hard. The
So I think it's
is-
working harder.
Yes, the work. I think that the main thing that you need to work on it is the word.
It's the word itself, right?
Work. Yes, you
Yes.
need to work your butt off every day to achieve what you are hoping for.
Okay, I don't think this is quite sufficient concerning gratitude. What about friends? Let's talk about friends. I mean, you've talked about your parents, and you said that they did not believe in you, and once they saw the results, they instantly started believing in you, right?
Yes.
We've talked about this, and you've made this clear before, as I'm a friend of yours. What about friends? Those who, let's not say sit behind your butt. Those who go along the odyssey that you take the trip that you do. What about them? Have they been ever like grateful
Well,
to what you're doing?
I
Have they
have-
been supportive?
I have a lot of friends, and you know, when people see you starting to do something they are not usually
Or familiar with?
familiar with,
Mm-hmm.
they will start to, how you can say it,
They demean what you do.
yes.
Okay.
There is a part of them they didn't believe in me,
Mhm.
and they still
Let's say they did not believe in the odyssey
Yes.
that you were taking. Okay.
we can say it.
Okay.
And there is
And some of them did.
some of them actually did, and I am so grateful for them. They are like we said, they are my right hand.
Okay, great.
I am really grateful for them. Yes.
Alright, thank you very much, mate.
Thank
Now, I wouldn't go further than this, okay? You're obviously working so hard considering everything, the way you talk right now in the interview, which is a good thing. I would
you.
appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for having me, Ismail.
Thank you so much, my teacher, my friend Sufyan.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity to share with you my experience, my little experience.
Okay,
in,
hopefully it grows up in the future.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
And I hope all the success for this project and the success for you in your professional life, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you, Ismail.
Thank you.
Powers, hell, oppressed people. Her infinite power, hell, oppressed people. Her infinite power, hell, oppressed people. Her infinite power.
As age and extra responsibility obstruct one's aims and goals, my friend Hamid dares to add his part of the story where he talks more challenging aspects to his little capacity of bringing it all to a state of happening. Please give credit to his courageous tryout, though after a tiresome change in his lines, we managed to pull it off.
No, never. I'm so better, a go-getter. I throw letters together for you.
Okay, today we are having the part of a very good friend of mine, and he wishes to talk about his experience with the English language. And today we're having him, and it's a blast, alright?
First of all, I would like to thank you for making me shoot this work.
Okay,
I mean the interview.
alright, good.
I am very much excited for it.
Okay, I am excited myself.
My name is Khatir Habib.
Alright,
I am 36 years old
okay,
and work as an accountant
okay,
for the agency of desert
mm-hmm.
hydrographic basin, Warila.
Alright, very good. Hamid, can you please talk to me about the effect of the English language in your
I
life?
think I should say that the English language is more than necessary to me.
Alright, good. Okay, so Hamid, when you say that it's very necessary to you, could you please explain to me?
even though I don't need it in my professional work,
Alright?
but I need it in my professional life.
Alright, this is a very good vision. Thank you.
I am very fond of causing development,
Alright?
and so far I think I am making a good progress in it.
Alright. I see that you are doing well. Thank you so much, Hamid.
Welcome.
Alright, good. Hamid, I think there is relevance for you when it comes to the English language and how you approached it. I think you must have a reason. Okay, you must have a reason for approaching the English language. Can you please talk to me about it?
Simply 80% of global researches are made and conducted in English.
Okay, this is very good. You know, I think you have rendered me a very brief and very concise answer. Thank you so much for having me, Hamid.
Are welcome.
Alright, thank you.
One, two. Yeah.
And now this is your typical friend whose story emerges from the debris of pushing for yourself and coming out with a great deal of self-reliance and extravagant style in blending both English and a sense of slangified character to it. As well as a French as he hit me with it, I didn't get what he said honestly. Nevertheless, here's an example of self-sufficiency.
Never denying it. Never seen Pops, guess he had an early retirement. So I coincided with the rhythm of the street, and it blessed me with some wisdom in the game that I speak. While the early birds sleep, I creep on a padlock, hopping out of windows.
Mr. Tarmoghni, thank you for having me today.
Thank you, Mr. Sufyan.
Great. This is your part of the interview.
Yeah.
We will be having 3 disciplinary questions. And the first one, I need you to talk about your approach to the English language. If you can be as honest as ever, I need you to do it. Alright? You can start talking about your trip with the English language.
Well,
Alright?
I actually start, like, I cannot say I have a big experience with English or something, but I like to call it like a journey in English. Like I just started kind of young, like around 12 or 13 years old. I was like, just listening to music and things like that, and I didn't understand most of what I was hearing, but I just,
It's just like my situation, man.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can say that. I just tried to, I was in love with the language and everything about it, like I didn't know nothing about their culture or something, but I just...
You just listen to music, just like myself.
Exactly, yes, I just like the sounds and the music and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, if we can talk about that, I just start listening to Tupac music and, like...
So it was all about rap at the time.
Yeah, it was
I
like
see,
about
I
rap.
see,
and
amazing.
like the rhythms and things like that, I just liked it about it.
And that was the thing that pushed you to learn English.
Yeah, you can say that, and I find myself like, how to say it, like attracted to that language, like I just start to try to talk with with people, with my teachers, my friends, and...
Did they reply to you? I mean, were they enthusiastic concerning your interaction with the English language?
No,
Did they see something in you?
No, not that much, because I was kind of shy person, and I just had to...
You had to improvise by yourself.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. And because I think you were very close to the informal habitat.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly my situation when I was in your age.
Yeah.
At the time, I also approached the English language by myself through not exactly music, but it was also movies.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say that. I didn't actually movies and series and things like that. And
they helped you a lot.
A lot.
All right, I think this is very sufficient for the first question.
Thank you.
Okay. Second question goes for developing your own tools at the time when you quit school for good.
Yeah.
Once and for all. Can you please talk to me about the exact thing that you did?
Yeah, I quit school, kind of young, and I was like 16. So when it comes to improve my English and things like that, I just start chatting in my free time, because I used to work most of the day, so when I get back home at night, I just try to, chat with people from the US and, you know, from places over there like California or maybe Atlanta or Texas. So
I think you went there on purpose with those people exactly.
Yeah,
Because it suited the fact that you happen to be so obsessed with the informal language, or
Yeah,
the slangified version, let's say.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you know I was curious about the way they live, and I just wanted to know things from myself. You know, like when you see how they show you the American people in movies and things like that, you just say to yourself, it could not be real because they just
There must be something beyond.
yeah, there must be something, and also I like to have my own idea about things. I just don't like to
Just to see it and
yeah
like do nothing,
yeah.
right? What else?
And you know, I discovered amazing things. They are not that, you know, like cruel people as they show us in, you know, movies and hating people.
They were not as cruel as they were displayed in the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So they're
So
actually
races, ethnicity is everything.
Yes, all of that.
And I think you must have an aphorism concerning what you've seen. If you have to look back from the very moment of watching movies and like getting a hold of the hand that was going to take you to this level, I think you are going into the freelance level.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I could say the freelance world. And now you are investing in so many things. I think we will talk about them later.
Okay.
You have learned a lot from chatting with foreign people.
Yeah, because you know, when you're a kid, you just like, you know, talk about fun things and things like that. But when you grow up, like you became a mature person, you just like to have a good conversation with people. And as I told you, I like to just experience things with them and have a good vibe while we're talking. And it's not just for fun, you know, like just.
It's even deeper stuff.
Yeah, kind of deeper, and you see how they deal with, you know, political stuff. Yes, sorry for the. I'm just.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm
Knock
very
yourself
for the
off.
camera. Yeah, just
Knock yourself
for the
off.
camera.
It's okay.
Yeah, you know, I was amazed how they have, you know, like I didn't thought I would.
Do they keep it real?
No, they are very nice people who I talked with, and I have a great time chatting with them. And I still have some friends till now, so it's.
I think they are very helpful.
Yeah, you can say that.
And I would add something else, Mr. Tahar. It concerns your. It concerns the fact that when you talk to them through chat, I think you have a better level concerning writing than speaking.
Yeah.
Because most of your speeches are like relevantly slangified, right?
Yeah, you can say.
They're not that formal. I think you're a close
No,
friend
no.
of mine. I think I know what I'm saying
Yeah.
concerning the entire approaches of the English language itself.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. Last part. And I won't be having any more questions because you have rendered me so much.
Thank you.
I just wish that you, I don't know, add something of your own, for example. Okay?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I just want to add, like, I wish I could be able to improve my English to the level that I can share my thoughts and my ideas with the world, and, you know, like, I wish, like, to write a book or something, or be able to, you know,
Put extra efforts.
yeah, like
Good.
yourself, actually, like, I admire you for
thank you.
that, you know, like, you are amazing with, you know, the way you can express yourself, and I also learn a lot from you each day.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can do this, by the way. You are good with writing and
Thank you.
chat.
Thank you.
I think you can do this.
Yeah, actually, I can say about myself, if I can talk about myself, I'm just good at expressing myself. I cannot notice that, but I'm not that deep. I wish I could be deeper and be able to, you know, like write it in a structured way, not like, you know, like you said, it to kind of, if you can, I can say it in French. I have.
Oh, okay. You have
I have
something
a-
else to add.
Yeah, I
Alright.
have like. J'ai des habilités sauvages en anglais. C'est un peu grâce à ma base médiocre en français qui m'a permis de me développer en anglais, si je peux dire ça.
Okay, man. What the hell was that?
No, I just, you know, I'm.
Okay, what was that?
Yeah, because I just said like my base in, if I can say it in that way, in French, that allows me just be able to learn the English language, because you know, in our country, in Algeria, we
Okay, I know I get
you
your
know,
point.
we're known to know French better than other languages, so I kind of can say about myself I'm kind of good with French, so that's what
You're
makes
good
me.
you're
yeah.
good at French as well. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is good. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
having me today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I think it's
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah, okay.
Right, good. Thank you, Tara.
Yeah, and good luck with your documentary.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, inshallah.
What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you really enjoyed watching our documentary. As you can see, me and my buddy are doing one hell of a work here, right?
Of course, man.
That's right, that's the spirit. Please subscribe to our multifaceted channel. We'll see you soon.